A very good evening to class 11 students. I hope you are well and secure. Now today we will do one of the most important part as I promised today in my previous video, journal entries. So listen the concept very carefully because this totally based on the concept. Now I hope you understand what is personal account, what is real account, what is nominal account. You understand the modern approach, the 5 cases under modern approach. Now here we are using that approaches. Now how we going to use it? Use the different approaches in making journal entries. So journal entries are very important part. If you understand this particularly, because with the help of journal entries we can prepare different ledgers, we can prepare different accounts, we can prepare file accounts, we can prepare balance sheet and more on. But this is a very important part to understand the journal entry. So my request to all of you, please understand them very carefully. How to apply, I am going to teach you here. So first, listen very carefully and then note down and how we apply the different approaches. Okay, so I am going to start with a transaction number 1. We take different transactions, okay, in a simple manner. First we are doing in this particular video, I am going to teach you the basic transactions. ठीक है, their transaction include everything, whatever the transaction will happen occur in business. जो भी transaction business में होती हैं, जो भी transaction which is for the economic purpose, which is for the earning money, that all transaction we going to learn over here. Okay, there are lot many transactions are there. Some transactions are similar, some transactions are slightly complex. So we need to understand how we perform journal entries, how we generalize the entries. You know that. Before moving on to journal entries, I hope you understand what are the from where we originate, where the source documents. In my previous video, I taught you what are different source documents are there, like pay slip, vouchers. You understand that? With the help of that thing, with the help of vouchers, pay slip, we can prepare the journal entry because that's the document, that's the source document. With the help of that, we can prepare the transactions, where we record transaction, and with the help of that transaction, we record the journal entries. So here, I am going to teach you what is journal entry all about. So first, understand term how we prepare journal entries. The format of journal entries, we write over here the first thing here, date. We write here date. Here we write particulars. Okay. Here we write LF. The meaning of LF is ledger folio. Means this journal entry transferred to which ledgers. अभी आपका इसका इतना यूज नहीं है, but when we prepare ledger, then you will understand that what is the use of basically ledgers. So we write ledger folio LF. Here we write debit and credit, because every transaction, every business transaction has a dual effect. We already understand this. Every transaction, every economic transaction has a double effect. Now here we are going to prove it. How? So this is a basic format. Please note down this thing: date, particular, ledger folio, debit and credit. That's how we prepare journal entries in the following manner. Now please remember this thing: journal entries are followed in a chronological manner. In a chronological manner. Now what is meaning of? Means sequence wise. The transaction which happen first will be recorded first. It's not like this thing. Suppose you started a business on 1st April. The transaction which appear on 1st April should be recorded first. It's not like this thing. You record transaction which occur on 3rd April. मतलब 3rd April वाली पहले record कर लो, फिर 5th करो, then goes for 9th, then goes for 1. It's not like this thing. It should be a sequence wise, date wise. The transaction which the economic activity, the transaction which occur first should be recorded first. I hope this is clear. So in a sequence wise, or we call it chronological order. Now, this is a particular format of journal entry. I hope it's clear. Date, particular, LF, we call ledger folio. We write the ledger numbers over here. With which particular transaction, which particular transaction कहाँ पर transfer होगी, किस ledger में transfer होगी. We write ledger folio over here. I hope this is clear. Now, to free write, we do the first transaction. Understand term. I need to rub this because मुझे आपको समझाना है कि कैसे ट्रांजेक्शन अकर होती है. तो we write the first transaction. Note down. First one is purchase furniture on cash. Purchase furniture on cash. Now please remember this thing, it's not a goods, it's not a goods. हमने goods नहीं खरीदा है, हमने furniture खरीदा है. Furniture is a asset. Furniture is a non current asset. हमारा furniture का business नहीं है, हमने furniture को purchase किया है. तो purchase furniture on cash. There's something missing or not? Tell me. कुछ miss है यहाँ पर? Yes, tell me, sir. Amount is missing because the monetary aspect is not there. So we are not following the monetary aspects. So we write purchase furniture on cash. Cost rupees 20,000. हमने 20,000 रुपए का फर्नीचर परचेज किया है कैश में. It's clear? Now understand them. I'll teach you traditional approach. So under traditional approach, okay, what is the rule are there? There are three concepts are there: personal, real, and nominal. Okay, personal refer for any name. यहाँ पर कहीं पर नाम यूज हो रहा है, चेक करिए. कोई राम, मोहन, टीना, किसी बिजनेस का नाम यूज हो रहा है, कोई पर्सनल से रिलेटेड कोई चीज है. बैंक तो नहीं है यहाँ पर. वी परचेज फर्नीचर ऑन कैश. हमने कैश में परचेज किया. बैंक इज अ पर्सनल अकाउंट. ओके, bank is the only asset. Bank and debtor are the only assets which are not considered as a real account. All assets are considered in under real account, but they are considered a personal account. I told you why. Because bank नाम है, name. बैंक अपने नाम पे काम करता है. पंजाब नेशनल बैंक, स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया, बैंक ऑफ पटियाला, दिस ऑल रिफर, एक्सिस बैंक, कैनरा बैंक, इनका अपना नाम है. They work as a person. They work as an artificial person. Okay. Same for debtor, but here we purchase furniture on cash, costing rupees 20,000. आपने 20,000 रुपए का फर्नीचर खरीदा. तो which two accounts are there? Because you purchase furniture, एक तो फर्नीचर है और एक कैश यूज हुआ है. Now check, furniture is what? Asset. तो asset is a real account. Asset कौन सा अकाउंट है? Real. And cash. Cash is also real. They both, cash is real as well as furniture is also real. ये कौन से अकाउंट है? रियल अकाउंट. एसेट्स हैं दोनों, फर्नीचर और कैश दोनों एसेट हैं. तो दोनों एसेट क्या बनी है? रियल अकाउंट. तो व्हाट इज द रूल ऑफ रियल अकाउंट? टेल मी. डेबिट, यस, डेबिट, व्हाट कम्स इन, क्रेडिट, व्हाट गोज आउट. तो रियल अकाउंट सेज दैट डेबिट, व्हाट कम्स इन, क्रेडिट, व्हाट गोज आउट. नाउ लिसन, व्हाट गोज out. The first suggestion is that we purchase furniture on cash. Now follow here. Which is the rule? Follow here. They both are real. ये दोनों real account है. तो हम real account का rule follow करेंगे. तो real account rule says that debit what comes in, credit what goes out. क्या आ रहा है और क्या जा रहा है. कौन सी asset हम पे आ रही है और कौन सी asset जा रही है. Now we can do this type of entry with the help of the modern approach also, which is also called the American approach. We can do with the modern approach also, but here I am teaching you first with the help of traditional approach. हम जो 3 अकाउंट हमने पढ़े थे, तो 3 रूल जो हमने पढ़े थे, उसके अकॉर्डिंग हम चल एंट्री कैसे करते हैं. हम सेम एंट्री को मॉडर्न अप्रोच से भी कर सकते हैं, वो मैं आपको बताऊंगा अभी. तो फर्स्ट यू अंडरस्टैंड दैट रियल अकाउंट से डेबिट व्हाट कम्स इन, क्रेडिट व्हाट गोज आउट. ये रूल आपके पास लिखे होने चाहिए साथ में. जब भी आप जनरली करने बैठेंगे तो रियल आपको रूल सारे मालूम होने चाहिए, सो दैट यू कैन एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड इजीली. तीनों रूल एज वेल एज मॉडर्न अप्रोच के रूल भी अपने सामने रखिए, जो मैंने आपको पहले करा चुका हूं, उसको अपने सामने रखिए. एंड देन ठीक है, ट्राई टू सॉल्व इट बिकॉज इट बिकम ईजियर फॉर यू. नाउ आई रिपीट, डोंट डू रट्टाफिकेशन इन दैट, डोंट मेमोराइज इट, अंडरस्टैंड द कॉन्सेप्ट. ओके, व्हेन यू परचेज फर्नीचर, तो डेबिट व्हाट कम्स इन. आपने फर्नीचर खरीदा, आपके पास क्या आया? यू गेट फर्नीचर. क्या आया? बिजनेस के पास फर्नीचर आया. तो वी राइट हियर फर्नीचर अकाउंट डेबिट, फर्नीचर अकाउंट डेबिट. I will teach you in a sequence wise. First you understand that how to make journal entry. Furniture account debit. Okay. Then we write credit what goes out. Credit से हमने क्या था? क्या गया? हमने जब फर्नीचर खरीदा तो हमारे पास तो फर्नीचर आ गया, लेकिन गया क्या? Credit what goes out. To cash. तो we write like this, to cash. Space देखिए, to cash. We write to cash. To cash इतना कंपल्सरी नहीं है, ठीक है? As per certain thing, we write furniture account debit to simply cash account. But it's better to write. हम अभी सीख रहे हैं तो पहले understand this because बोर्ड्स में इसके मार्क्स होते हैं. तो वी राइट फर्नीचर अकाउंट डेबिट टू कैश अकाउंट. नाउ कितने का फर्नीचर खरीदा? 20,000. और क्रेडिट साइड में कितना आएगा? 20,000. तो ये डेबिट साइड में आता है, ये क्रेडिट साइड आएगा. फर्नीचर अकाउंट डेबिट टू कैश अकाउंट. डेबिट व्हाट कम्स इन? बिजनेस के पास क्या आ रहा है? फर्नीचर आ रहा है. और क्या जा रहा है? कैश जा रहा है. और हियर वी राइट टू नरेशन. नरेशन मीन्स समरी ऑफ दिस ट्रांजेक्शन. नरेशन मीन्स द समरी ऑफ द ट्रांजेक्शन. तो समरी क्या बनी? When we purchase furniture on cash, being furniture purchased on cash, being furniture purchased on cash. I hope this part is clear. हमने फर्नीचर खरीदा, किस में खरीदा? कैश में. तो we write the simple transaction over here, being furniture purchased on cash. This is summary part. ना अगर इसी रूल को अगर हम अमेरिकन अप्रोच से पढ़ेंगे, कैसे पढ़ेंगे? Listen, what the American approach says that regarding assets, check. Assets के regarding में American approach या sorry modern approach क्या कहता है? जब भी asset बढ़ती है debited, जब भी asset कम होती है credited. This approach. Whenever asset increases, it should be debited. Whenever asset decreases, it should be credited. So what we write here? Furniture account debit to cash account. हमारा furniture बढ़ रहा है. तो we write furniture account debit. Asset कौन सी बढ़ रही है? फर्नीचर. बिजनेस के पास क्या आ रहा है? फर्नीचर आ रहा है. तो व्हेनेवर एसेट इंक्रीजेस इट शुड बी डेबिटेड. जो एसेट बढ़ रही है वो डेबिट होना चाहिए. तो फर्नीचर हियर वी आर परचेजिंग फर्नीचर. द बिजनेस इज गेटिंग फर्नीचर. तो फर्नीचर द बिजनेस एसेट इंक्रीजेस बट इन द सेम टाइम बिजनेस इज पेइंग कैश. द बिजनेस क्या पे कर रहा है? कैश पे कर रहा है. तो कैश इज डिक्रीजेस. तो यू राइट हियर फर्नीचर अकाउंट डेबिट टू कैश अकाउंट. तो दिस रूल इज फॉलोड विद द हेल्प ऑफ both the approaches, whether you do with the traditional one or whether you do with the modern one. I hope I'm clear. You understand this thing? Furniture account W cash account. Asset increases, ठीक है, is debited. Whenever asset decreases, is credited by American approach. And the real account says that debit what comes in, credit what goes out. The first transaction is clear. Then we write next transaction. Next transaction is suppose you purchase furniture cost on not on cash. Purchase furniture from Ram. Name is given. आपने फर्नीचर परचेस किया राम से, costing rupees 20,000. Now, whenever name is here and nothing is mentioned about the cash, when name is here and nothing is mentioned about the cash, it means it is a credit entry. ये उधार में खरीदा गया है, क्योंकि कैश नहीं दिया है इसमें. हमने सिंपल दिया है when purchase furniture from Ram. हमने राम से फर्नीचर खरीदा. तो ये किसकी एंट्री है? उधार की एंट्री है. We call it credit entry. Okay. Now, in this case, tell me which are two accounts which is follow here. You say, sir, first is furniture है. Furniture is an asset. Okay. तो furniture क्या हो गया? Asset. And asset is a real account. Asset is a real account. Okay. Next is, sir, Ram है. Okay. Ram is a, ठीक है, person account. Ram is the name of a person, is a natural person. तो दो रूल लगेंगे यहाँ पर. Which one? Real one and the personal one. Now tell me, what is the personal rule says that? Debit the receiver and credit the giver. Again, debit the receiver and credit the giver. Who is the receiver? We purchase furniture from Ram. Okay, we are the receiver. हमने ही परचेस किया, ठीक है, लेकिन हम अपनी बुक में अपना नाम नहीं लिखते because we are preparing our own book. हम अपनी बुक में कभी ये नहीं लिखते कि हमने हम ये लिखते हमने फर्नीचर परचेस किया, ठीक है, हमने फर्नीचर खरीदा. लेकिन विद वी राइट हमने हमारे पास क्या आया? वी फॉलो दीज टू अकाउंट. लिसन वेरी केयरफुली. रियल एंड पर्सनल, बिकॉज फर्नीचर इज अ रियल अकाउंट एंड राम इज अ पर्सनल अकाउंट. ओके, तो रूल फॉलो हियर. अंडर रियल अकाउंट वी फॉलो डेबिट व्हाट कम्स इन. ओके, वी गेट द फर्नीचर. आप बोलोगे सर फर्नीचर आया, वी परचेज फर्नीचर, तो वी राइट फर्नीचर अकाउंट डेबिट. क्रेडिट व्हाट गोज आउट, क्या गया? कुछ तो गया नहीं, बिकॉज वी परचेज ऑन क्रेडिट, तो नाम आएगा. देन पर्सन से डेबिट द रिसीवर एंड क्रेडिट द गिवर. हु इज द गिवर? किससे परचेज किया? राम से. तो व्हाट इज द एंट्री नाउ? डेबिट व्हाट कम्स इन. हमारे पास क्या आया? वी राइट फर्नीचर अकाउंट. हमने फर्नीचर परचेज किया, वी राइट फर्नीचर अकाउंट डेबिट. ओके, एंड हाउ वी राइट, ठीक है, रियल सेज रियल अकाउंट डेबिट व्हाट कम्स इन फर्नीचर और क्रेडिट व्हाट गोज आउट नथिंग, बिकॉज हमने उधार में परचेज किया. तो अभी तो कैश गया नहीं हमारे पास, अभी तो नहीं गया, जाएगा. later on, after 2 months, after 3 months, after 4 months, depend upon the how we settle the disputes or how we settle our creditor. It depends on later. But अभी क्या हुआ? अभी हमने फर्नीचर परचेज किया उधार में, तो वी राइट, ठीक है, द रूल ऑफ पर्सनल अकाउंट, डेबिट द रिसीवर, वी आर द रिसीवर, एंड हु इज द गिवर? बिकॉज वी राइट डेबिट साइड में हम लिख चुके हैं, हम पे क्या है, फर्नीचर है, रूल ऑफ रियल. हु इज द गिवर? राम इज द गिवर. तो वी राइट टू राम अकाउंट, to Ram account. Okay, again say furniture account debit 20,000. Here we write 20,000 and then we write the narration over here. Being furniture purchased from Ram on credit. We write the narration being furniture purchased from Ram, being furniture purchased from Ram on credit. हमने राम से फर्नीचर परचेज किया है उधार में, on credit. Is it clear now? I hope you understand this. Okay, the two rules follow here. Ram is a person and furniture is an asset or real account. So real account says that debit what comes in. ठीक है, they say that debit what comes in. तो what business getting furniture, तो business furniture account debit. Who is the giver? किसने पे किया? Because अभी हमसे कुछ नहीं आ रहा है, तो who is the giver? Is a Ram is the giver. Now if the same thing is should be done by, if the same thing is done by the American approach or we say modern approach says that whenever asset increases, it should be debited. Plus means increases. Okay. Next thing is whenever creditor increases, liability increases. We say creditor is a liability. Whenever liability increases, it should be credited. Understand this sum? Whenever asset increases, it should be debited. Whenever liability increases, it should be credited. Now, here we purchase furniture from Ram. हमने राम से फर्नीचर खरीदा, तो फर्नीचर क्या होता है? एसेट. तो whenever asset increases, it should be debited. Now, we purchase on credit. हमने उधार में खरीदा है. We purchase furniture on credit. हमने उधार में खरीदा है, तो we have to pay. तो राम is a liability because हमें राम को पे करना है. तो राम is a liability for us. Whenever liability increases, it should be credited. To two segments is a credit side, furniture account debit to Ram account. So being furniture purchased from Ram. I hope this is clear. Sure. Okay. Next we write, suppose apart from furniture, if you write transaction number 3rd. Okay, we write transaction number 3rd. Purchase goods on cash. We write purchase goods on cash. हमने goods purchase किया cash में. We purchase goods on cash. Now हमने जब goods purchase किया cash में, so you know that whenever we purchase goods on cash, हमने goods को purchase किया है cash में. Clear? One thing is missing. Tell me, sir, amount. Yes. We purchase goods on cash rupees 10,000. हमने goods purchase किया 10,000. Now goods is what? Goods क्या होते हैं हमारे? Asset. Okay. और cash क्या है? Again asset. तो only real account. कोई नाम given नहीं है. कोई भी नाम इस पे given नहीं है. तो these are both a real account. What is the rule of real? Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. ठीक है. तो two accounts are there. One is purchase and second is cash or we say goods. तो आप कई बच्चे बोलते हैं सर गुड्स अकाउंट डेबिट, वी आर गेटिंग गुड्स अकाउंट डेबिट टू कैश अकाउंट. सिंपल, कोई गलती नहीं है इसमें. गुड्स अकाउंट डेबिट टू कैश. हम पे क्या है? गुड्स है. क्या गया? कैश गया. डेबिट व्हाट कम्स इन? सर गुड्स है. क्रेडिट व्हाट गोज आउट? कैश. बट लिसन वन थिंग, बिकॉज वी आर डीलिंग इन दैट आइटम, हम इस आइटम में डील कर रहे हैं. गुड्स मीन्स इन विच वी आर डीलिंग. तो वी परचेज द गुड्स, वी सोल्ड द गुड्स इन विच वी आर डीलिंग. सपोज इफ वी आर डीलिंग इन मार्कर, so these are or stationery, so stationery are goods for us. Okay, so we cannot write the particular thing very simply कि these are goods, these are current assets. Okay, because हमने क्यों परचेज किया? कि we want to sell them. तो instead of goods we write purchase, और when we sold instead of ठीक है goods we write sales. When we sold the good we write sales. When we purchase the good we write purchase. So I will teach you here what is goods. गुड्स मीन इन विच वी आर डीलिंग, जिसमें बिजनेस कर रहे हैं. तो वी परचेज द गुड्स, हमने गुड्स परचेज किए हैं. ना क्यों परचेज किए? बिकॉज वी वांट टू रीसेल देम. हम उसको रीसेल करना चाहते हैं। ये मार्कर मैं नहीं बनाता, दिस मार्कर इज मैन्युफैक्चर बाय, ठीक है, दिस इज फ्लेयर कंपनी, ओके, और समटाइम्स सम मार्कर्स आर व्हिच प्रिपेयर बाय कैमलिन। तो कैमलिन से हम परचेज कर रहे हैं। Now why we want to purchase from Camlin? Because we want to sold to the institutions, sold to different schools, those who are the market, those जो इन मार्कर को यूज करते हैं। तो दिस मार्कर इज गुड फॉर अस, ये हमारे लिए गुड्स हैं, बिकॉज वी नॉट ओनली डीलिंग इन मार्कर्स, वी आर डीलिंग इन द स्टेशनरी। तो स्टेशनरी आर गुड फॉर अस। तो इसलिए व्हेन वी परचेज स्टेशनरी वी कैन नॉट राइट गुड्स अकाउंट डेबिट, ऑफ कोर्स गुड्स आ रहा है, तो इससे गुड्स वी राइट परचेज अकाउंट डेबिट। द बेटर वर्ड इज परचेज अकाउंट डेबिट टू कैश अकाउंट। हम पे क्या आ रहा है, गुड्स आ रहे हैं, तो व्हेन वी परचेज गुड्स वी राइट परचेज अकाउंट, व्हेन वी सोल्ड गुड्स वी राइट सेल्स अकाउंट। पर ये हम फर्नीचर मशीनरी के लिए लेते हैं, वो बिकॉज फर्नीचर मशीनरी हमारे लिए इट्स अ नॉन करंट एसेट, उसमें हम डील नहीं करते, वो हम कभी कभार परचेज करते हैं अपने बिजनेस के हेल्प के लिए। बट हियर वी आर परचेजिंग गुड्स बिकॉज वी वांट टू रीसेल दिस गुड्स, ओके, दैट्स व्हाई वी आर परचेजिंग। तो डेबिट व्हाट कम्स इन, हमारे पास क्या आ रहा है, परचेज आ रहा है, जा क्या रहा है, कैश आ रहा है। तो हियर परचेज अकाउंट डेबिट 10,000, कैश अकाउंट डेबिट 10,000, क्या हो रहा है, परचेज आ रहा है 10,000, कैश आ रहा है 10,000। तो वी राइट नरेशन बीइंग गुड्स परचेज ऑन कैश, गुड्स परचेज ऑन कैश, बीइंग गुड्स परचेज ऑन कैश। Now similarly, I teach you American approach. Whenever purchase increases, जब भी परचेज बढ़ती है it should be debited, जब भी परचेज बढ़ती है इट शुड बी डेबिटेड, जब भी सेल्स बढ़ती है इट शुड बी क्रेडिटेड। और सिमिलरली हम पे एसेट आ रही है और एसेट जा रहा है, जब भी एसेट बढ़ती है डेबिटेड, जब भी एसेट कम होती है क्रेडिटेड। तो वी कैन डू विद बोथ द अप्रोचेस। नाउ यू हैव टू डिसाइड विच अप्रोच इन विच यू आर कंफर्टेबल। तो इन माय पर्सनल ओपिनियन लर्न बोथ द अप्रोचेस एंड यूज योर माइंड। तो हियर इज द सिंपल थिंग, व्हेन वी परचेज गुड्स ऑन कैश, you say it's a goods account debit to cash, absolutely correct, nothing wrong in that, nothing wrong in it. You purchase goods, goods aa rahe hain, cash aa raha hai, but the better word we write, when we purchase goods we write purchase account debit. Is that clear? We write purchase account debit because there are certain, why we write purchase, देखो है क्या, suppose you purchase goods, आपने 20,000 की गुड परचेज किया, ठीक है, लेट्स सपोज आपने 20,000 रुपीज के गुड परचेज किया, ओके, और इसमें से 15,000 गुड्स आपने बेच दिए। वी राइट हियर यू परचेज दिस थिंग, यू सोल्ड 15,000 गुड्स, कितने बच गए, यू राइट सर 5,000 बच गए। देन वी राइट हियर द वर्ड इज कॉल्ड क्लोजिंग स्टॉक, हम पे स्टॉक कितना बच गया, द बेटर वी राइट स्टॉक, हाउ मच स्टॉक वी हैव लेफ्ट, स्टॉक। तो मीन्स दैट्स व्हाई वी राइट परचेज, वी कैन नॉट राइट गुड्स हियर पर्टिकुलरली, सो दैट यू कैन एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस थिंग कि भाई कितना परचेज हुआ, कितना सेल्स हुआ और कितना बच गया। तो इन ऑर्डर टू फाइंड द, ठीक है, व्हाट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ क्लोजिंग स्टॉक, यू हर्ड द ओपनिंग एंड क्लोजिंग स्टॉक, आई टीच यू बिफोर दैट द क्लोजिंग ऑफ दिस ईयर इज द ओपनिंग फॉर नेक्स्ट ईयर एंड व्हाटएवर द क्लोजिंग लास्ट ईयर इज द ओपनिंग फॉर दिस ईयर। So you need to understand this thing. I hope this is clear. When you purchase goods and cash, we write purchase account debit to cash account. Now similarly, if you say purchase goods from Mohan, now here we write purchase goods from Mohan, 30,000. अगर आपने नाम आ गया, now here we not say purchase goods on cash. अब क्या करें, हमने goods purchase किया है मोहन से, कितने रुपीस का, 30,000 का. Now what that means, credit entry. When the name is given and nothing is mentioned on the cash, if you say purchase goods from Mohan on cash 30,000, it means a cash entry. It means हमने cash से purchase किया. But here is mentioned that purchase goods from Mohan on purchase goods from Mohan, nothing else. So it means we purchase goods from Mohan on credit. हमने उधार पे खरीदा है. I hope it's clear. तो purchase goods from Mohan. So now there are two things are here. One is purchase goods and second one is Mohan. Okay, the goods purchase. When we purchase goods, okay, whenever we purchase goods, the goods are coming is the asset real account. The two accounts are following here. Real, कौन से दो अकाउंट मिल रहे हैं? Real account and Mohan is a personal one. What is the rule following real? Debit what comes in? Debit what comes in? Credit what goes out. Here follow debit the receiver and credit the giver. Now use the approach and I try to solve this thing. We purchase goods from Mohan. हमने मोहन से good purchase किया है. Okay, we purchase goods from Mohan. The first thing, when we purchase debit, what comes in? What we are getting? हम पे क्या आ रहा है? Sir, goods आ रहे हैं. Absolutely correct. We are getting goods. But I told you what we call when we purchase good, we write purchase. So simply we write purchase account debit. Purchase account debit. Now two. Okay, what goes out when we purchase goods? हम पे goods तो आ गए लेकिन जा क्या रहा है? Nothing. Because we purchase goods on credit. हमने goods किसमें खरीदे? उधार में खरीदे. अभी पैसा नहीं दिया है. देंगे. After 1 month, after 2 months. Depend upon हमारा कैसा agreement हुआ है. But right now, what do we write? When we purchase goods on credit, हमने write debit the receiver. Here we are the receiver. And I told you we cannot write our name in our books. So we write debit the receiver. We are the receiver. तो हम पे क्या रहा है? हम लिख चुके हैं purchase account debit. Credit the giver. Who is the giver? किसने पे किया? Who is the giver? Sir, Ram is the giver. Here, oh sorry, Mohan is the giver. Because we purchase goods from Mohan, so we write purchase account debit to Mohan account. Amount is 30,000 and 30,000. Being goods purchased from Mohan, we write being goods purchased from Mohan, being goods purchased from Mohan on credit. हमने मोहन से गुड परचेज किया है क्रेडिट पे. नोट डाउन प्लीज. दिस आई थिंक इज द फोर्थ एंट्री. बीइंग गुड्स परचेज फ्रॉम मोहन ऑन क्रेडिट. हमने मोहन से गुड परचेज किया है उधार में. तो वी राइट परचेज अकाउंट डेबिट टू मोहन अकाउंट. आई होप दिस इज क्लियर. द फोर्थ पार्ट इज क्लियर. नाउ मूव टू सेल्स अकाउंट. अच्छा सॉरी, हम इसको हाउ वी डू इट विद द मॉडर्न अप्रोच. Clear? How we do with the modern approach. Now, whenever asset increases, what is the rule says that because there are two accounts are here, purchase goods and RAM. RAM is a liability because we have to pay. So whenever asset increases, it should be debited, or whenever purchase increases, it should be debited, or whenever liability increases, it should be credited. Out clear? या दिखा के दिखाओ. We purchase goods. Okay, हम पे क्या है? The business asset increases. The business getting asset. Whenever asset increases, it should be debited. We write purchase account debit. And whenever liability increases, it should be credited. So we write purchase account debit to RAM account. This is clear? Now those who cannot open the rules, first write the rules. ठीक है, write both the traditional approach and modern approach in your page. Then it's easy. ठीक है, उसको सामने रखिए. Then it will be easier for you to understand it. I hope I'm clear. Understand it? Move to the fifth portion. Fifth portion. Here say, suppose goods sold on cash. Goods sold on cash. आपने goods को बेचा है cash में. You sold the goods on cash. Amount is mentioned here 40,000. You sold the goods on cash 40,000. अभी हम बात नहीं कर रहे प्रॉफिट में बेचा लॉस में बेचा. वे सिंपल से हमने 40,000 की गुड्स को बेच दिया है. ठीक है, 40,000 में ही बेचा है. We sold the goods costing 40,000 and we sold for 40,000 on cash. हमने 40,000 का गुड्स बेच दिया है. Okay, now follow that. Which are two rules following here. Goods real, goods sold is a real, and cash is also a real account. And if we check, goods is a stock. जो goods आपने पढ़े थे, you sold, okay, and you sold for cash. तो real account is fallen, no person, no nominal, only real account is there. तो when he sold goods on cash, जब हमने good बेचा, debit, real account say that, what is the rule of real account? Debit, what comes in? क्या आ रहा है हमारे पास? When we sold goods on cash, cash आ रहा है. तो we write here, cash account debit. When we sold goods on cash, what is coming to us? हम पे क्या आ रहा है? Cash आ रहा है. तो we write cash account debit. Now क्या जा रहा है? So say goods to goods account. Simple sir, goods जा रहे हैं. Credit what goes out? Goods जा रहे हैं. Now when we purchase goods, we write purchase account debit. When we sold goods, what do we write? Instead of goods, what is the better word? Yes, it's sales account. It's sales account. Being goods sold on cash. Narration is, here I call narration. जो summary होती है, being goods sold on cash. हमने goods को बेचा है cash में. तो what do we write? Being गुड्स सोल्ड ऑन कैश, हमने गुड्स को कैश में बेचा है. I hope this part is clear. Sure. Okay. Now do it with the American approach also or with the modern approach also. Whenever asset increases is debited, whenever asset increases is debited, and whenever sales increases is credited. I'm giving you a term. Whenever purchase increases, it will be debited. Whenever sales increases, it will be credited. और वैसे भी गुड जा रहे हैं, एसेट कम भी हो रही है, तो whenever asset decreases debited, और जब भी एसेट कम होती है क्योंकि हमने गुड्स बेच दिए हैं, is credited. Is it clear now? तो कैश अकाउंट डेबिटेड, सेल्स अकाउंट. Transaction number 6. Here, instead of if I say goods sold on cash की जगह मैं दूं goods sold to अनिल. आपने गुड बेचा अनिल को ₹40,000. Now here, no cash. What is here? You sold goods to अनिल. आपने अनिल को गुड बेचा है. You sold goods to अनिल. Is that clear now? तो आपने अनिल को गुड बेचा है उधार में. Now it means अनिल is your now debtor because you have to receive money from अनिल. आपको अनिल से पैसा रिसीव करना है. तो yes, we write goods sold on अनिल. हमने गुड्स बेचा है अनिल को. Okay, the two accounts first find out goods sold and अनिल. The goods are real account and anil is a personal account. Obviously clear? Now check the rule. What is the rule says that? What is the rule of real? Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. No, nothing is coming to us. But when we sold goods, ठीक है, हम पे कुछ नहीं आ रहा है, लेकिन हमसे क्या जा रहा है? We are goods जा रहा है, यानी सेल्स हो रही है. Now real personal rule says that debit the receiver, credit the giver. Here we sold goods to Anil. पर्सन क्या बोलता है? डेबिट द रिसीवर एंड क्रेडिट द गिवर. तो हु इज द रिसीवर इन दिस केस? रिसीवर कौन है? सर अनिल. तो अनिल इज द रिसीवर एंड हु इज द गिवर? वी आर द गिवर और वी आर द गिवर. वी कैन नॉट राइट आवर नेम इन आवर बुक. इज इट क्लियर? तो फर्स्ट थिंग इज नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड वी फॉलो द बोथ द रूल्स व्हिच इज रियल एंड पर्सन. हियर इन दिस केस गुड्स सोल्ड टू अनिल. द टू रूल्स फॉलो हियर. गुड्स आर रियल एंड अनिल इज द पर्सनल अकाउंट. ओके, तो वी राइट हियर. Tell me what is the entry now? When we sold goods to Anil, who is the receiver? Sir, Anil is the receiver. Perfect. So we write Anil account debit. Is it clear? Anil account debit. So we write the amount over here, which is 40,000. Now, 2. हमसे क्या गया? Sir, goods. So what is the right word? When we sold. When we purchase, we write purchase account debit. When we sold goods. जब हम sold करते हैं, तो उसके लिए क्या word इसको होते हैं? Sales. We write to sales account. So here we write amount 40,000. Here write 40,000. Then what will the narration? Is the important part. Narration क्या होगा? Being goods sold to Anil on cash. हमने अनिल को गुड बेचा कैश में. We sold goods to Anil on cash. Clear? I hope the 5 transactions clear to all of you. Next we move to 7th transaction. Transaction number 7. We write machinery sold. ₹1 lakh. आपके पास कोई मशीनरी थी, आपने बेच दी. Now please remember, machine is not a good. आप मशीनरी में डील नहीं करते हो. If you are dealing in machine, then machinery is a good. आपने कोई मशीनरी थी पुरानी, इसको बेच दिया. तो मशीनरी सोल्ड ₹1 lakh. हमने फर्स्ट ट्रांजेक्शन पढ़ी थी फर्नीचर परचेस. द सेम थिंग विल बी यूज्ड फॉर मशीनरी परचेस. ओके, मशीनरी अकाउंट डब्ल्यू कैश अकाउंट इफ यू परचेज ऑन कैश. तो हियर वी आर सेलिंग द मशीनरी. और सिंपली द सेम थिंग, द सेम एंटिटी विल बी यूज्ड फॉर when we sell furniture, when we sell any non-current asset, whether it's a land, whether it's a livestock, whether it's a building, same entity will be used. But understand them here, they say machinery sold for 1 lakh. So machinery is what? You say it's a real account, it's an asset, it's a real account. And cash, machinery sold will be 1 lakh on cash. And cash is what? Is a real account. हमने machinery बेची 1 lakh की on cash में, तो cash is also real account and machinery is also a real account. Now what is the entry then? What is the rule regarding real account? Debit what comes in. When we sold machinery on cash, हम पे क्या आ रहा है? What we are getting? So we are getting cash. Perfect. What do you write? What we write? When we sold machinery in cash, what are we getting? We are getting cash. We write cash account debit to, और क्या जा रहा है? Right? What goes out? We are getting cash, but what is going out? Sir, cash is machine is going out. We write cash account debit to machinery account. How much? It's again 1 lakh. So we write 1 lakh here and 1 lakh in the credit side. What will be the narration? Being machinery sold on cash. Being machinery sold on cash. Note down please, because then you will to understand it. Note down. We write cash. अभी format में नहीं बता रहा हूँ आपको. When we do the questions part, we will make the proper format of these things. We are simple. You just need to understand it. How we generalize the transaction. हम ट्रांजेक्शन को कैसे जनरलाइज करते हैं. Preventively, cash account debit to machine account. Now suppose you do with the American approach. Cash is what? Or with the modern approach. Cash is what? Asset. Machine is what? Asset. Whenever asset increases, it should be debited. Whenever asset decreases, it should be credited. If you follow with the both the rules, whenever asset increases, it should be debited. Whenever asset decreases, it should be credited. It's clear? Next. Okay. Eighth one is transaction number 8. Machinery sold rupees 1 lakh to Ankit. आपने मशीनरी सोल्ड की 1 लाख रुपीस की अंकित को. ओके. मशीनरी सोल्ड की 1 लाख रुपीस की अंकित को. किसको? अंकित को. यू सोल्ड दिस मशीनरी costing रुपीस 1 lakh to Ankit on credit. The cash flow is not there. You sold this machinery to Ankit on credit. आपने इसको अंकित को बेचा है उधार में. Now tell me, machinery is what? Real account. मशीनरी क्या है? रियल है. आपने 1 लाख की मशीनरी बेची है ट्रांजेक्शन नंबर 8 में अंकित को. किसको? You sold this machinery to Ankit. Now two different rules are there, real and personal. Ankit is a personal account. I hope you all able to understand. Ankit is a personal one. Now understand it. Which rules are followed here? Real says that debit what comes in, credit what goes out, and personal says that debit the receiver and credit the giver. Now when you sold machinery, आपने उधार बेची है, हम पे क्या रहा है? Nothing. We are not getting anything. But हमसे जा क्या रहा है? Debit what comes in, nothing is coming. Credit what goes out, हमसे जा क्या रहा है? Machinery जा रहा है. We are selling the machinery. हम मशीनरी को बेच रहे हैं. We cannot write sales here because we are selling the asset. The sales and purchase words are used only for goods. The sale and purchase words are only used for goods in which we are dealing. But rest everything we write the name of the asset. बाकी सबके लिए हम नाम assets का नाम लिखते हैं. Suppose we sell furniture. Suppose we purchase furniture, land, machinery, building. We write the name of the particular asset. But only for purchase and sale. जब हम goods खरीदते हैं बेचते हैं, we write purchase and sale. But here in this case, we have machinery sold 1 lakh rupees. हमने मशीनरी बेची अंकित को उधार में. अंकित से he will pay the money. वो पैसा पे करेगा लेकिन अभी किया नहीं है. He will pay the money. तो what will the entry? When we sold machinery to Ankit, हमने अंकित को मशीनरी बेची. Who is the receiver? Person says who is the receiver? Ankit is the receiver. We write Ankit account debit to. Now we sell the machine to Ankit. So who is the receiver? Ankit is the receiver. We write Ankit account debit. हमसे क्या जा रहा है? Credit what goes out. Real says to debit what comes in. Nothing is coming. Credit what goes out. क्या जा रहा है? सब मशीनरी जा रही है. We write Ankit account debit to machinery account. Amount is 1 lakh. 1 lakh. I hope it's clear. We purchase being machinery sold to Ankit, being machinery sold to Ankit on credit. On credit. हमने अंकित को मशीनरी बेची है उधार में. Is it clear? Now, same thing. If we have to done by the modern approach says that whenever asset increases, it will be debited, or whenever asset decreases, it will be credited. Now, Ankit is an asset for us. Why? because we have to receive money from Ankit. हमें अंकित से पैसा लेना है. We have to receive money. तो अंकित is a debtor. A debtor is an asset. Whenever asset increases, it will be debited. Whenever asset decreases, it will be credited. Is it clear? So we write the entry Ankit account debit to machinery account. We write the entry Ankit account debit to machinery account. So I hope it's clear. You understand the 8 transaction? Now please write on the Google account if you have any problem in that. Okay, if you any case you cannot able to understand anything. So this in this particular video I am giving you just a basic approach, just the basic transactions which are very commonly happens in business. So in my next video I will teach you more complex term, more entries. Near about normal, there about we will do 25 to 30 general entries in which we can try to cover all the things which are occur in business, including GST, including if you want to learn understand that because VAT is not there, but I will teach you including discounts entry, including profit and loss entries are there. So these are very common and general entries are very easy. If you understand the concept, become very easier for you. So what will you do? Okay, note down this all 8 and try to solve this all 8 transactions. Okay, do the part. Note down the different rules regarding personal, real, nominal and the modern approach and try to solve both the transaction, understand the transactions or understand the concept by applying both the approaches. Is that clear? I hope this part is clear to you. Okay, I'll give you one basic term regarding American approach so that you note down this thing and it will be applicable to all the parts. Under modern approach, I'll teach you only the 5 basic terms, but you can apply this thing also. Whenever we say assets increases, it will be debited. Similarly, whenever assets decreases, it will be credited. Obviously, whenever asset increases, it will be debited. Whenever asset decreases, it will be credited. Whenever liabilities increases, it will be credited. Whenever liabilities decreases, it will be debited. Okay, simple. I don't know full form of that. DEBITED, debited, or CREDITED. The particular one is debited here. It is credited. I hope you are able to understand this thing. Whenever capital increases, it will be credited. Similarly, whenever capital decreases, it will be debited. Whenever expenses increases, it will be debited. जब भी खर्चा बढ़ता है debited. Similarly, whenever expenses decreases, it will be credited. Similarly, whenever income increases, it will be credited. Whenever income decreases, it will be debited. Okay, one more thing here. Whenever purchase increases, it will be debited. Whenever sales increases, it will be credited. Apart from this thing, you note down the 2 other things. Whenever purchase increases, it should be debited. Whenever sales increases, whenever sale happens or whenever purchase happens, it will be debited. Whenever sales happens, it will be credited. I hope this part is clear. So practice these transactions by applying both the approaches. And please take care, work hard and stay tuned. I will come here with the next more complex term of general entries, more complex term of transactions. So till then guys, please take care, stay safe.